Hello everyone, Az here from Fantasy Football Scouts. I'd like to just talk about our new partner for the World Cup, which is the Football Club. It's the world's first football metaverse, where you create your own avatar and own officially licensed digital collectibles and enter competitions where you score points, just like in fantasy football. It's completely free to play. They've got a World Cup game out, which is amazing. You've got a $50,000 prize pool for free entrance, and if you wanted to put a bit of money in, you can push that right up to $250,000 in the prize pool. So maybe you're thinking of trying a few different fantasy games during the World Cup. I definitely suggest you give the Football Club a try with all the prizes they've got on offer. Here you can see you've got the avatars that you'll be creating with some of the licensed products as well that you can buy or win. The World Cup game itself, it takes all the stats from the game. So it's not just your goals and your assists, it's all of the extra stuff, interceptions, tackles, throw-ins, all that. So if you're looking for kind of a really comprehensive game, I don't think there's too many out there quite like it. And obviously there's a live leaderboard that you'll be taking part in, and you can see kind of how your scores stack up against other people, tracking that in real time. You can win just great stuff. I mean, you can win money, you can win these jerseys, you can boost up your avatar, make them look really cool. You can also win VIP tickets, to Bundesliga games, because the Football Club is partnered with Borussia Dortmund and Bayer Leverkusen, amongst others. So to enter the 50,000 prize pool free-to-play tournament, you just need to find the Rookie Tournament, which is one of 3 big World Cup tournaments that the Football Club offers. What they're also here is challenges. So these are really cool. These are kind of like individual games where you can sort of enter for free. You build a team based on players just playing in that match, and then you can win prizes and other things to do that. With the other 2 World Cup tournaments, you'll need to enter jerseys, which you can win on these other tournaments and challenges to take part in those. So that's the kind of gambling aspect to this game. It's the kind of trade-off is you can win prizes, but then you can choose to gamble those into other tournaments and try and win bigger prizes and so on and so forth. The cool thing about the free tournament is that it's almost like a kind of knockout game. I think 95% of people who will qualify from the first match day, then it goes on and on and on. The further you progress in the tournament, the better rewards and better prizes you win, sort of as you go. So yeah, you just gotta carry on doing well, make it to the later stages, and you're gonna win some really, really cool stuff. The other cool aspect they've got is challenges. So these are kind of the one-off games. Each of these again is completely free to play, and you can win things like in-game items and coins that you can spend in the marketplace as well. So as well as the kind of the big tournaments, which are obviously running throughout the World Cup, you can pick kind of individual matches to build teams from players from those 2 teams, and then you can sort of add to your enjoyment a bit as you're watching the game, as you see your players score points in both the big tournament and in the smaller challenges as well. So to enter a tournament, obviously you need to start building your team. Your first thing you do is select your kind of formation. This will be familiar to anyone who plays the different fantasy games. It's got to be a kind of a valid formation. You've got to have at least 3 defenders, for example. You can just go through and pick out the players that you want. The really kind of crucial thing here is you can only have 1 player per nation. So you can't stack your team with England players or Argentinian players or Brazilian players or anything like that. There is a score cap as well, which they call it, which is essentially just the value or the price of the player. That's capped at 840. So be aware when you're kind of picking your players, which players you will be able to and won't be able to kind of have. Some of the pricing is quite interesting because obviously you can see there like Messi and Kimmich are kind of around the same price, but because of all the different kind of goal involvements and different metrics that you get from this 100+ scoring, players like Kimmich are going to score really, really highly, whereas Messi might be more reliant on having to get the goals and the assists. If you've played any of the games, a bit like fan tracks where you kind of get rewarded for all these different actions, some of the defensive midfielders or defensive players end up scoring really, really highly across these games. So it requires a lot of research to do well in it, and I think a lot of people who want to put the work in will find this game kind of really interesting and really exciting. So you can see here the interface is really nice once you've got your kind of squad selected. You just need to kind of pick your kind of final players and then go from there. Once you've joined the challenge or the tournament, you can edit your team up until any time until the kickoff of the first match. So it's not like some of the other games where you can change your players around and things kind of as the tournament progresses. The match day, once the match day starts, that's kind of it for your team. You can't make any more kind of changes. So you just hit enter, and you're looking for the rookie round one. Once you're into that, you can kind of just wait and see kind of how you go and track your scores on the leaderboard against other people. So as I mentioned, if you are finding this really cool, you can then start to think about maybe entering in some of the other tournaments where you've got to actually burn some of your kind of winnings to enter into them to be rewarded with the bigger prizes. The jerseys that I mentioned, you can either buy these from the marketplace, which looks really cool. And this is the place where you can kind of kit out your kind of avatar. You can see these here with some of the other items that you can use. So you kind of gamble these and you could enter into some of the other tournaments and try and win bigger and better items kind of as you go. Do be aware the score cap in the rookie tournament is higher. So for the kind of the tournaments where you've got to burn these jerseys to enter the pro and expert tournaments, they'll require kind of even more kind of dedication to picking the best side, because you won't be able to have as many of the good players as you have maybe in the free-to-play tournament. So I think this is all really cool and something completely unique that we haven't really seen in the kind of fantasy football community before. If you are interested in it, do check out the app. You can download the app for free in the App Store or the Google Play Store. Compete with your friends on the leaderboard, compete with others, try and get through these kind of knockout rounds, see what you can win, see how you can kit out your avatar with, and then maybe consider entering into some of the big boy tournaments going on. Let us know what you think about the football club in the comments below and on site as well, and good luck with all the fantasy games you're going to be playing during the World Cup, and I will see you soon.